Hi, everybody. Nancy Hart here, Whole Heart Evolution, your life mastery consultant. It is Wednesday, and we are here for our mindset tune-up. Here's a question for you this week. Do any of you love a really good search engine? Doesn't matter which one, but do you love a really good search engine? And do you have fun asking it questions of all sorts? Yeah? Would you love it? Would you love it if you had your own personalized, skewed toward you, the things that you love in your life, the things that matter to you in your life, your own personal search engine on board, available to you 24/7, 365, rain, shine, snow showers? Would you love that? Would you love that? Well, it's kind of a trick question because you know something? You have that available to you. You have it available to you right now. It's free. There's no Wi-Fi needed. Well, no traditional Wi-Fi needed, let me put it that way. And it is always balanced in your favor. Yeah. Would you love that? I know I would, and I do. Some of you may have already used it. You may actually have a regular dialogue with it. But for those of you who don't, I'd like to offer a couple of keys as to where this is, what it is, how do you access it, and some good questions you might want to ask. Because this is skewed, personalized to you and skewed to your good, your greater good. So where is it? Where is it? It is typically located inside. It's all around us, but it's located inside of our bodies. Most of us identify it. There are names for it. It's your gut instinct. It's inspiration. It's intuition. It's perhaps the small, still voice. It's guided insight. It's insight. That's what it is. And there are many, many more names for it. Where do you find it? Most people, if you ask them where they feel this inside their body, most of them will say put their hand on their breastbone between, that's kind of parallel with where their physical heart is, all the way down to your belly button. And I would invite you in this moment, because you have likely touched this point in you already, and maybe many times. Where do you feel it? When you've got that voice of inspiration and insight coming to you, where do you feel it? Put your hand on the part of your body where you feel that. For me, that's a really helpful touch point when I am looking to kind of clear the noise around me and remind myself to access this point of power, this point of information inside of myself. For me, it's right on the breastbone, kind of parallel with my heart. It reminds me, all right, take your focus down here, Nancy. Now, the next thing is, how do I get there? How do I get there? You get there through the breath, through taking the pause, through calling the audible. If you're a sports person, you're calling the audible on the field. When your hair is on fire, or there's something of magnitude, or even something fun that's coming on board, right? It's important to take the breath and calm the body, no matter what your state is. Calm the body. And with some deep breaths, what that does is it helps us get through the chatter in our brains, what the Buddhists call the jumping monkeys. It's just our everyday chatter going on, right? And helps us go deeper into that space, into that place where it's calm, where it's quiet, and it is ever forward for us. And that's when I use my hands and my heart space to remind me, down past all the chatter, down into this space. So that's how we get there. And then what do we do once we're there? The opportunity we have, like a good search engine, is to ask a question. And sometimes the more highly calibrated, higher quality questions get a more detailed, higher quality response. It's responding to us. Now, if you're in a hair on fire moment where your nerve endings are going, your brain's about to explode in your head, sometimes the highest quality question you can ask is, help! And the answer will come. If you take the breath and take the time, the answer will come. And answers come in the form of ideas, images, sounds, feelings. It's unique to each of us, but basically it comes in the form of an idea. And it's quieting ourselves enough to hear that. We are oftentimes in moments where something more significant has happened that we really want to ask some more detailed questions. Perhaps there's been a death in the family, perhaps there's been financial loss, perhaps we're looking at a job shift, that sort of thing. We can calibrate our questions. We can really work on developing them as we're taking into this space of contemplation and listening for responses from this point of power within us, this insight that we have. And we can also use it in fun. Oftentimes it's in the moments of, kind of crisis stuff or, I'm feeling intense and serious. But it can be used in absolute moments of joy. How can I up my fun? I'm having a great time with my family today. How can I make this even better? And take that moment. That's a highly calibrated question as well. And just listen for what additional joy you might bring to that moment. Regardless if it's a hair on fire, happy, happy, joy, joy, or got to think about this for a while moment, know that there's one question that you can always ask that is highly calibrated and applicable to all these situations, right? It's the energy and tension we bring it. The question is, what can I do with what I have from right where I am? What can I do with what I have from right where I am? And notice the response. Sometimes the response takes a little bit of time. Sometimes it's instantaneous. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Just be mindful. Develop that dialogue with it. Spend more time with it. And you'll notice more and more responses even quicker. Now, it does beg the question, some people ask at this point, so Nance, how do I know if it's the real deal or if there's something else talking? It's not the chatter in my head or something else talking. Well, there's a wonderful little piece from a book that I'd like to share with you that I think says it really well. And the book is called The Daily Flame. It's 365 Love Letters from Your Inner Pilot Light. Dr. Lisa Rankin wrote this. In essence, what this is kind of a series of daily readings and affirmations with a bit of a sense of humor. And the perspective that she's taken with this is our inner guidance system she calls our inner pilot light. And she's written passages for each day that reflect an idea from our inner pilot light. And this is number 176, and I think it speaks really beautifully to, is this the real deal, or is this something else talking to us that maybe we want to give a pass to? The real deal. It's passage 176, and it says this from the inner pilot light. Love bug. How can you tell if it's me talking or one of my imposters? You'll recognize my voice because of what internal family systems founder and psychologist Richard Schwartz calls the 8 C's. And they go like this. I am curious. I am calm. I am compassion. I am courage. I am confidence. I am connected. I am creativity. I am clarity. Oh yeah, baby, that's me, all right. Raising my hand, your inner pilot light. Calm, courage, clarity, those are all characteristics, all qualities of the real deal. That's what you want to be listening for. Now, I will advise that it's always in our favor, and sometimes it shares ideas that may not be absolutely popular, may be hard, may ask some courage, may ask us to step out on our green growing edge. And I would just offer you and invite you that if that's what you experience, give it a try. See what you notice. See what it does to change your outcomes and your results. My invitation to you this week, try this on. If you already have a dialogue with your internal voice, with your point of power, with this great search engine, up your game. Get involved with it. Ask it more questions. Involve it in things you might not necessarily involve it with. If you're new or newer, just like you'd get to know a friend, call them up, invite them to coffee, in this case, metaphorically speaking, spend more time with it. For both groups, spend more time with it. Get to know it. Try it on a more regular basis. And again, see what that guidance does to help you shift in a positive way your outcomes and your results, because it's always for you, always for you. Hey, I look forward to share with me, comment. What are you learning? What are you gaining this week from this? Get in touch with that. It's your search engine. Use it well, use it often, use it wisely. Have a great week, everybody. I'll see you next Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.